If you clicked on this video, you probably already know what the Winx Club is. Winx Club was a very popular children's show that released in 2004, originally from Italy. I remember it being my favorite show. I used to try to replicate the fashion in it, one time cutting the strings of my dress to look like a fairy, and my mom got mad at me for it. The first 3 seasons were so successful, they just had to make more. And more. And more. And more. Eventually, it lost its spark. It made me sad to see such an amazing franchise lose all of its personality just because the company behind it didn't have any other decent product to make them money. But I mean, at least it can't get any worse, right? When I first saw the trailer for the reboot, I was actually pretty excited. It looked decent even though it was 3D, which I'm pretty tired of seeing. But then the show came out. There are many other videos explaining why the show and plot suck. I'm just gonna be focusing on the designs and aesthetics, but the gist is that it was bad. I started all of them by drawing concepts in my sketchbook. It's easier for me to get my thoughts out onto a piece of paper. I hope you can hear well and I hope you can see well. So this is where my sketches start. I made this sketch and I just settled on it, honestly. I didn't change it at all. I gave her dragonfly wings because she has the dragon flame. I also gave her a ton of freckles, just as a little cute detail. I drew a few more sketches of Bloom, which you're seeing right now, but I didn't do this for anyone else. So Bloom is getting special treatment, so just like every day. Sorry, I don't really believe that Bloom has main character syndrome, at least not in the first 3 seasons, but the rest, I don't know. The inspiration for her clothes was mostly the downtown girl aesthetic that I was really into when I was drawing her, and I still think it's cute. I really didn't like how they kept trying to have her wear pink. I mean, she looks just fine in pink, but blue and yellow were her colors. So that's the main color scheme I was going for. I didn't end up adding that much yellow in the design. The only part that's a bit yellow is her beige shirt. At this point, I was trying to figure out how to stylize them. I wanted them to kind of resemble the style of the original Winx, so I gave them those slanted eyes. But everything else isn't really unique or on purpose, except the face shape, but it's not very angular like the original Winx style was. I really like Bloom's casual wear. It did end up being a lot more desaturated and earthy colors in comparison to the other girls, but I think that makes sense considering that she's from Earth and they are from the magic dimension. So that was like kind of on purpose and genius. Since Bloom was the first one that I drew, I wasn't sure whether I wanted them to be posing or for them to just be in a blank stand, and I thought I wanted them to be in that blank stand, but then I decided to give them more personalized poses because they're just boring if they're just standing there. So unfortunately, Bloom is just standing like that. These were my first concepts for Musa, like for casual wear. I didn't want to go full emo for her, I guess, but I did want her to have that tomboy style because she did have that, and then they all got forcibly feminized. Whoa, Jesus. They all got forcibly feminized. I'm gonna forcibly feminize you. I'm gonna at gunpoint forcibly feminize you. Here I started working on the transformation. Since she is Chinese, I try to give her the little thing they have at the collars, and then I try to make it have a music note because I thought that would be cute, but I didn't end up settling on it. Here's her original. Bloom next to her. I love this drawing, it's so cute. This was my concept that I didn't end up settling on it. Here again, another concept. Here I started experimenting again with different design ideas. Like this has music notes on there. This is the one I ended up settling on. It has her music bag thing that she had in her Charmix transformation. I think I succeeded in giving Musa a tomboyish alternative style, which is what I was going for. Again, I didn't want to make the redesign look too much like the original. I just wanted it to look more modern while still feeling like the character. I haven't talked about the civilian outfit yet. I designed it completely digitally. Digitally is so fucking hard to say. Digitally. I designed it digitally. I didn't design the civilian outfit in my sketchbook. It turned out a lot more colorful than I was planning. And I'm still not really sure if I like it, but at least I know that I really like the fairy form. Tell me in the comments which one ends up being your favorite design. This was my first idea for Flora that I ended up scrapping completely. I got really inspired by one video that I saw, and it was this dress design where they kind of look like leaves, and I was like, that's genius, that would work so well for Flora, obviously. So that's what I used. And her wings pretty much stayed the same, but I gave her a bottom wing. So here was pretty much her full design that I ended up changing, actually. Not a lot though. The base dress stayed pretty much the same. I was trying out ideas for her casual wear, and this was her dress from the back. Flora was always my favorite character in Winx Club, and so was her dress. Her dress was my favorite character. I mean, her dress was my favorite of all. And I think her redesign is also my favorite out of all of these. If you notice that little bracelet on her hand, in my mind, she didn't originally have that in her outfit, but her little sister made it for her. And so now she wears it every day. And I just thought that is really cute. I didn't have many sketches of Stella in my sketchbook. Well, I do, but all of them are horrible, so I'm not gonna show them. Except for this one. It's just a little sketch of Stella in a casual outfit. But if Flora is in first place for best redesign in my opinion, then Stella is definitely a close second, because I am just so proud of what I was able to do. It was really hard because she's supposed to be fashionable, and I'm not, so what am I supposed to do with that? But I think I was able to give her a pretty nice outfit. I was specifically trying to make it suited for warm weather. In my mind and like in my rewrite, she's a lot more closer to her dad and like sunny weather more than she likes the cold and the moon, so that would be like an internal conflict for her. Her wings are a bit weird though. I don't know what I was thinking. They're like half butterfly wings and the other half is a moon. Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, they look fine. I guess it's still better than the reboot. I started with Tecna's hair, and I did this my first try and I was so proud of it, but then I couldn't really recreate it without my highlighters. But here I was testing out casual wear designs. I wanted to give her a futuristic but comfy casual wear because she's the fairy of technology, and this was the design that I kind of stuck with. She kind of looks like an astronaut. She kind of looks like another character that I just can't put my finger on it. I gave her cone here, her weird cone hat. I know a lot of people hate it, but it's a bit too tall, I think. I really like this drawing of her. It's so cute. But this ended up as her final design. I'm still undecided on whether I like this design or not, but every time I come back, it gets a little cuter. At least I think so. For her casual wear, I was looking at cyberpunk on Pinterest for inspiration. I hope it does come across as futuristic and not just goofy. I hope you like her design because all in all, I'm pretty happy with it. Speaking of goofy, I have to thank Inkyo for having their OC exist because Tecna's fairy form was looking goofy, but then I saw their persona and I got inspired by the design choices. Last but not least, Aisha. Her design was like the second hardest to Stella. Her original design is already my favorite. I think it's literally perfect and there's no changing it. So I was having a hard time until I just decided that I don't need to make it like compete, it just needs to be different. It doesn't need to be an upgraded version. So this was my original idea. The fabric is flowy because she's the fairy of liquids and or water. Something that I also had a hard time with was the color of Aisha's clothes. In her original outfit, it's green, and I did not like how they try to give her blue and aqua outfits because she looks amazing in green, but every time I try to make her outfit green, it just looked like her old outfit, and I was like, that's not what I wanted. This is what I thought I settled on, but it ended up completely different in the finished drawing. I think the hardest part was the colors. I just couldn't decide on anything. I kept trying to make her fairy form dark green, but it just wasn't looking right, so I ended up making it aqua, even though I really wanted it to be green. In the beginning, I said that I wasn't going to be focusing on the story, but that wasn't the original plan, actually. I had planned to make a rewrite of the first episode and then make an animatic to go along with it, but something came up. Anyway, wow, that's all of them done. Please comment which ones are your favorites. Mine are Stella and Flora, like I said before. Or if you hate all of them, which, I mean, that's that's fine too. Please just give feedback on anything. I want to know where I can improve, like in the audio quality or the editing. If I get the motivation to finish the animatic, I will post it and then link it in the description of this video. If not, then you won't find it. My cat is gonna say something for the mic. Say something. Say something. Meow. Say meow. Okay, well, fuck you. Not then. Damn. If my audio sounds bad, I'm so sorry. I'm new to this microphone thing. I've never used microphones before, really, or talked for this long. Yeah, so sorry if it sounds bad. If it sounds like I'm fondling my mic, I'm not, okay? I'm not fondling. It's just, I guess I'm just breathing too hard. Would you like to hear something? Is this better?